So you want to become an artist and you need some help. I might be able to help you with that. Alright, so lately I've been getting this question constantly on my IG and my YouTube, and the question is, help me become an artist. What do you mean? How do I become an artist? What do you mean? Can you help me become an artist? The answer is, what do you mean? I mean, do you want me to produce beats for you? Do you want me to write a song for you? Do you want me to guide your career? I mean, what do you mean? And after you get through that question of answering, what exactly do you mean about how do I become an artist or help me become an artist? Then ask yourself, how much is that worth in money? So how much of my time are you willing to pay for in order to get to your goal of being an artist? Now, let me help you calculate what I think I am worth. Now, before I get started, I want to let you know I am not a signed producer. I did have placements on albums that have been released nationally, but by far none were on a big time artist. But with that being said, I'm still going to help you calculate what it took me to get to this point and how much of that are you willing to pay for in order to help you get to where you need to get to. First of all, I started producing when I was 16, like actually producing, like going into a studio, getting on a beat machine, making a beat, and someone rapping or singing on it. At 16, I was playing the piano at 12, but at 16, I learned how to produce beats. From age 16 to 18, I basically was teaching myself how to make beats. So for 2 years, I taught myself how to make beats, trial and error, every Saturday in the studio, learning, mixing and matching sounds, making things happen. All that happened over a span of 2 years of me wanting to learn how to be a producer. After those 2 years, I did an additional 5 years in college, and I majored in music. Those 5 years in college taught me why I was doing what I was doing in those 2 years from age 16 to 18. So I did 5 years in college. Yes, I keep saying five. I did 5 years of college, 10 semesters of a music liberal arts program. 10 semesters. And you know how much school costs. How much is that worth to you? So once again, 2 years from age 16 to 18, and then 5 additional years of college. Now, after I did college, I started to do beats inside my crib. I was doing that during the 2 years and 7 years, but after I finished college, I really started focusing on doing beats. So you got to think of what equipment costs. I had to get computer, monitors, a beat machine, a keyboard, things like that. You're looking at about $3,500 worth of equipment. And then after let's say I do make a beat for you or do write a song for you. After that's done, we have to get to a professional studio and record the whole thing. So studio time can be anywhere from $50 an hour up to $200 an hour. So let's do the math again. 2 years from age 16 to 18, 5 years of college, a bunch of equipment that I had to create at home in order to make beats on my own time. And then we have to go to the studio and do professional recording. How much does that cost? Let me also ask you this. If your answer is it shouldn't cost you anything, or I should be willing to come out of my pocket in order to do that, because by the way, I have done that. I have saw talent, a good bit of talent that I think I can develop, and invested my personal money into that artist in order to help build them up, give them a little buzz as much as I could. I did that for solo R&B singers, male and female. I've done that for groups, a female group that I worked with. I've done that on multiple people's demos where I didn't charge them for any beats, just produced their music, and that was the end of it. Let me ask you this question. Would you ask a doctor to take a blemish off your face for free? Think about that. Of course you wouldn't. You wouldn't do that because that doctor has spent years of their life learning their practice or learning their craft or learning what they need to do in order to do the procedure correctly. So if you won't ask a doctor to do that for no cost, why would you ask or think that a producer would do that for no cost? Are you saying that a doctor's more valuable than a producer? Yes, doctors do a lot more than likely. They're both professionals in a career that had to do. Producers don't have to go to school. I just chose to. I think that made me a stronger producer in what I was doing. So let me now give you some tips on how you can get recognized by a producer. Let me also let you know what producers are looking for so that you can stand out when you do approach a producer and say, hey, can you produce me? The number one thing a producer is looking for when you approach them or reach out to them, letting them know that you want to be produced by them, they want to know, have you invested in yourself? Because if you haven't taken your own money and invested in yourself and your craft, how in the world do you expect someone else who you probably don't know, who doesn't know you, to invest in you? It's not going to happen. So invest in yourself. If you're a singer, get some equipment so that you can record yourself at home singing, whether it's a cappella, whether it's covers, whether it's original songs. A good example is Tinashe. From what I recall her saying in an interview, she did her whole first independent album in her bedroom with equipment that she bought. If that doesn't show drive and determination, I don't know what else does. Sometimes I get people who come to me who indicate that they want me to produce them. And I usually ask the first question, well, do you have any examples of anything that you've sung? And most of the time they don't. They'll have to record something on the spot and then send it to me, which is not what you want to do. That doesn't show that you're passionate about what you do. If you're a singer, you're probably singing all the time. If you're a rapper, you're probably rapping all the time. We want to see that. As a producer, I want to see that. As a producer, I want to see your drive and determination. Your drive and determination will tell me that if I invest my money into you, that you won't quit in 6 to 10 to a year from now. Because if you quit, then that's my money going down the drain. So in a way, we want some compensation to come to us. If you want to pay me per song that I write, per beat that I do, that's fine. That way, if you quit, if I fulfill my end of the bargain and you decide that in a year from now you don't want to do this, I've gotten compensated for what I did and you got out of it what you wanted to get out of it. Ultimately, the decision is yours when it's time to quit. However, if I front the money and I do the legwork and then you don't hold up your end of the bargain, then the only one's losing is me. You can go on and live your merry life. So what I would suggest, if you're a rapper or a singer, put some songs on YouTube. Find instrumentals of other recorded songs. Record yourself singing over them. You can use your iPhone camera to do YouTube videos. They have a lot. Most of those quality video that those produce are better than most cameras. I mean, and then the camera I'm shooting with, there's a link down below to it. It's less than $110. I mean, this is what I mean when I say invest in yourself. And really, really and truthfully, all you need, and I heard this today also in the interview, all you need is a hit song. If a hit song is a hit song, it does not matter how you look. It does not matter if you can dance or not dance. That hit song is gonna go. There's a song that's coming to mind right now. It's a girl, she can't be no more than 16 years old, and she wrote a song. The song is a hit. When she performs, she does not move. She does not dance. It's not like your guys are looking at her saying, oh my gosh, she's dreamy. But it's because of that song, and that song is a hit, she's getting a lot of attention. So if you get a hit song, one or two things are going to happen. Either a bigger artist is going to hear that song, and they're going to want that song, and they'll pay you to give them that song. Or that song is going to be good enough for you, and the label will hear it, and they want to sign you because of that song. So one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to get compensated as a writer, or you're going to get compensated as an artist. And honestly, both of those are good outcomes. So get a hit song, invest in yourself first, Before you can think about anyone else investing in you, invest in yourself first. Get on these free platforms and show that prospective producer or who you want to reach that you're serious about your music. Stay consistent. Don't upload something for 7 months straight and then disappear for 3 years. There's so many times that I go back and look for artists only to find out that they don't upload anymore, or they haven't uploaded in 3 years. That's discouraging. That lets me know that what you thought was a passion wasn't really a passion. It makes me seem like you thought it was a hobby. Do your best to stay consistent in any way you can. And last but not least, I do want to let you know that I'm willing to work with any budget. If you come to me and say, look, I have this amount of money, this is the services I'm looking for, can you work with me? If I honestly can work with you, I will say, yeah, I can work with that. If you honestly reach out to me via whether it's YouTube on this channel, whether it's Instagram, I'm willing to hear what you have to say, and you have to come with something. If I can tell that what you've uploaded or what you've been doing has been laying down some of the groundwork and you look like you're passionate doing it, and it fits into what I'm trying to do, I'm open to work with you. So I hope those tips help. If you have any more questions, let me know down below. I'll do my best to answer it. And I do wish you guys the best, because there's no right way to do this path. This path has many different avenues to get to the end goal. So I want you to work hard, meet people, make hit songs, upload content consistently, and invest in yourself. Appreciate you watching. I'm out, and I'll holler at you later. You heard me? On Arista, and I was also interning for Arista. So I had an instrumental version of that song, and I decided to rewrite the words and make the song called Show Me Love. I